Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to a new episode of Tester Tech. Today we're continuing in the series of i3wm with the follow-up video, and that's detailing a fun little script called pywal. And what pywal does is extract information, color information from an image. In this video I will show you how pywal extracts the information from the background image I use, so it dynamically updates the color information for Polybar and Rofi. And it's a lot of fun to play around with it. And it also does an update on the terminal emulator. I will show you this demo on Ubuntu. The installation of i3 gaps on Ubuntu. I will not cover that in this video because it has some more choices you need to make, because i3 gaps is not integrated yet in the standard package for Ubuntu. And I want to make a separate video about that, to be honest. But this should work on any given distribution. Be it Fedora, be it Ubuntu, be it Arch, it should work on any distribution. If you followed along with my previous videos, you're already set to participate in this one. Yeah, that's basically it. And without further ado, let's dig into the video. This will be the part where I show you the pywal demonstration. And first let's start by looking at the pywal.sh script real quick, and then I'll show you a demonstration of it. So this is the script. I adjusted a little bit, and I will have the repository of course available where this new version is in. So if you look at here, you have the Polybar config file, the Rofi file, and make sure these are the right locations on your system. And this one, you don't have to change it. Just know that it's there in principle. You don't have to care about this. And then this is the first function here, wall. And wall is a wrapper around pywal. And if you install pywal, make sure you install pywal with a single L, because there's also a pywal with double L. But that's Python firewall utility. This pywal is with single L. And this is not found, but wall is indeed found. So wall is a wrapper around pywal as far as I'm aware. And this will generate color schemes on the fly. And -i is the path to the image. And you can basically run wall with -i and the path to image, and it will generate something. And here you see here that .cache wall is referenced, and that's the default folder that it stores its files in. And I'll get to that later. Alright, so it parses then the colors, foreground, background, primary, secondary, background alt, foreground alt, and alt 2. So 7 of them. And that's for Polybar. And then you have Rofi here, same colors and some codes. Alright, set wallpaper. So I set a wallpaper using fa. Actually don't need randomize here. This is a piece I added myself, and what I will do is set wallpaper using fa to make it clear it's a specific function, and reference it here using fa. And adjust the wallpaper you pass, it puts it as the background. Okay, next part, this will be the pywal. Calling this wall with argument, this is the wallpaper. And if you use this utility, it could be if the color file is not found. So I was a little bit struggling with why this was giving an error. So what I did is put some debugging messages in there, because for me it was that ImageMagic was not installed. But the script doesn't explain it to you. The only way I found out was running wall from the command line, and then I saw the error that ImageMagic was not installed. So that's why I put the error in there. Okay, and then of course the codes, and then change color. I already discussed that. And also the set wallpaper, I also discussed that. So that's good. And what it will do is change two color files. One is colors.ini, that's for Polybar, and one is colors.rasi, that's for Rofi. And I have, let's start by colors.ini. So this is the pywal, and here's the column here in the ini file, the block color, and it will change these colors here. So background, like I just shown, and this block it will change. It will leave the same red, green, yellow, and magenta. I don't know exactly what to do with those yet at this moment. Maybe I'll get to that later. And also colors.rasi, this will be updated as well. So let's just dive into the demonstration. And here you can see the terminal, and now it's floating. And the color scheme, you see here, it matches the color scheme quite well. So the darker grays, the whites, it's all in the background. So it's a really dark background, and I will show it with another type of background in a minute. So let's open up console, and that's the KDE console. And the reason I have this one is because I use the pywal functionality to export to a color scheme for console. So if you go here and you see the edit current profile, profile 1, and appearance is color scheme generated by pywal. Let me click here so you can read it better. Color scheme generated by pywal. That's actually the one that's being generated automatically and overwritten each time by the pywal script. And that's the reason why I use console, because XFCE terminal, there was no file that I could use one-to-one to generate the new color scheme. Let me show you real quick before I run the demo. So here in the cache directory, cache wall, you have a couple of files in here. So the console is here. Umox, that's for GTK. And I will touch on that later, in a later video, I think, because it's also a subject on itself. Color.sh is being used to generate the Rofi Polybar themes. So that's the color that was missing before. The file that was missing before. That's where the error came from. And then some others. I've looked at some, but not everything. And yeah, X resource also. So there's a lots of files being generated by the pywal script. That's pretty cool. You can use it for multiples. And let's open up htop, for example, and you see the same color scheme being used. And let's also open up a new one, console, new window, and do neofetch, for example. It's neofetch. A little bit smaller, neofetch. You see the color scheme you see here. So let's do it like this. All right. So yeah, let's go to wallpapers, and I have a couple of them in here. So pictures, wallpapers, I have a couple of them there. So this one. That's the gray one. So for fun, let's do this one, 109. So you go into this terminal. And let's run the pywal script, pywal. Oh, before I run it, which I have put it in my home demo scripts. pywal.sh, so I can call it, and this is on path, so I can call it. So that's why I do it like this, pywal, and then pictures, wallpapers. So if I run it, see some things happening. Things are being updated. And now it should be complete. So neofetch at this moment, no change yet. But if you open up a new window and run neofetch again, this is still the same, I see. Yeah, the reason I was not working was because I was missing this piece of the code that actually copied the console color scheme from the cache wall colors console color scheme to local share console pywal color scheme. And if you look at this one, this is the console profile. The color scheme is pywal. And each time this is the reference there, so that's good. And it will copy it now. So let's run it again. Copy color scheme. Let's exit here, exit there. Open up a new one. And you can see the text is already changed, and also this color is changed. And neofetch, full screen. There you go. This is a different color scheme than before, and that's what the script does. So pretty cool, I think. So you see a total different color scheme here, and it also matches the wallpaper nicely. So this is the wallpaper, and so this one is not updated yet. Let's exit and open it up. No, I think I also need to do htop. Now you see it changing. So let's go to 5. So as you can see, it looks at the colors and then picks the right colors to put in the terminal. Okay, that's one, and Vim, of course. So not really. There's also a Vim color scheme being generated. Could maybe be interesting for later. But as you can see here, it already has some colors. Quit. Yeah, so that's one part of the demonstration. And another part is if, for example, you have here, if you do an Alt-Tab, and you can see Rofi is also being updated. And for example, this launcher, and I made a little change here to not only show the application, but also show this actions here. I think it's really cool, actually. I use it a lot at this moment. And yeah, everything is updated, and you can play around with it, and download some wallpapers, and just see the changes to the files. Let me go to the colors, and then you can see it was ini was created on disk. Let's do a reload, and you see the change here. All right, so primary for some reason not yet. I'll look into that. This one as well. Reload, and you can see it. So this primary is indeed in there. Look at this one. Primary. It's not because you don't see it. Let's just see if we can fix it interactively. So it is the Polybar part. So that is the Polybar file. There's this one. It's primary here. Primary. So searching. So this is set. Searching for primary equals. Yeah, searching for the pound sign. So I think if you don't have that in there, it will not find it. Let's just copy this one for now. And let's test it out on a different wallpaper to see if it works. This is saved. And in my scripts, I also have the Polybar start. It will launch Polybar with hack as a theme. So you see the stripe now being displayed, and that's actually primary color, this one. So yeah, it looks way better now actually. It's very cool. Okay, let's quit this one, and leave that one open. Maybe open up a new one. All right, so let's, for the fun, do a new wallpaper. For example, this penguins JPEG. Let's pick that one. So pywal, pictures, wallpapers, penguins. Let's do it like this and hit enter. So there you go. Looks pretty nice, I think. Yeah, pretty cool script, right? Trigger the menu from here. Alt tab also. And yeah, so transparency not working yet. So what I'll do is I'll figure out how it works. So let me quickly go into edit. So what I wanted to do was, of course, do it transparent. Make it like 10% or something. Here, as you can see, looks better, but I wasn't able to do this one-to-one in the script, but I will probably figure it out and include that. So what else? If I have a key combination here, and this is showing the, oops, now my script automatically, if you do this, it automatically changes the wallpaper because that wasn't refreshing properly when you selected different monitors. That's the default behavior of that. Let me go to the penguins again. So that's easy. And so there's a menu, a Rofi menu, and you can create your own menus. And actually what it does is screen layout. So now you have one HTML out, but you can have multiple in there, and actually you can scan each folder. And it was a pretty cool menu to pop up. I also have one for the networks. Let's open i3wm. It's LAN. Yeah, here. So mod shift N. Mod shift N. Yeah, took some time, but this will show. Is not a proper script yet, but this will show my Wi-Fi connections. So you see here, it's just one and a couple of others, but this is selecting Wi-Fi, and also the one I just showed you from the screen layout. And that's basically if you do Arandr. So Arandr, you can do outputs, right? And save them, and that will be a script in the screen layout folder. And you can have multiple of these. What I wanted to switch easily between them, so that's why I created that little menu there. Screen layout. So it's in here. So bind sim mod control D, and then it will execute this script. Select screen layout. Let me open that. That one. Let's open up in this one. So open. scripts, select screen layout. So it's a very easy script to make. So what it does is, this is the dir screen layout. It does a list, and that's the result of ls on the dir. Chosen is printf list, so that's the file list, and it then pipes that to Rofi, and it has D menu, making it an interactive selectable menu. And the chosen option, in this case it was one, but it could be multiple, like I just said, being executed by bash on the dir, and then chosen file. And then afterwards, what I said, I do the set wall right there. So that's why it was, maybe I can do, if I do this, if I cancel it, then it will not, maybe will be better if it does not do the set wall if I cancel it. But yeah, for now it's okay, not bothered by that too much. And yeah, I think it's just about it. And that's it for another video. I hope you liked it and maybe learned something new. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you loved it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.